You settle back into the plush seat, feeling it cradle you with a softness that seems to absorb the weight of your body. The fabric is cool and smooth against your skin, inviting you to rest. Around you, the carriage is quiet. It is a peaceful space, dimly lit by warm amber lamps that cast a gentle glow on the polished wooden panels. The air inside is still and sweet, carrying a faint scent of cedar and old books. You are alone in this small compartment, or perhaps there are others sleeping in the cars ahead, but here it feels like your own private sanctuary. You adjust your posture slightly, finding the perfect balance between comfort and alertness. The train begins to move. It starts so gently that you might not notice at first, just a subtle shift in the floor beneath you. Then comes the rhythm. It is slow and steady, a deep hum that vibrates through the seat and into your bones. This vibration is not jarring. It is soothing. It feels like a lullaby played by the earth itself. You watch as the lights of the station blur past the window. They streak into long ribbons of gold and white, dissolving into darkness as the train picks up a gentle pace. Outside, the world is fading. The sharp edges of buildings soften. The noise of the city becomes a distant murmur, then a whisper, then nothing at all. In their place comes the sound of wheels on tracks, click-clack, click-clack. A predictable, comforting cadence that helps your mind slow down. The evening air drifts in through slightly open vents, cool and fresh. It brushes against your cheeks, carrying the scent of pine needles and damp earth. You breathe it in slowly. With each breath, you feel a little lighter. The thoughts that were busy earlier in the day begin to loosen their grip. They do not disappear completely, but they drift away like leaves on a quiet stream. You do not need to catch them. You do not need to follow them. They simply pass by, leaving your mind clear and spacious. You look out at the landscape. It is dark now, but not empty. The moon is rising, casting a silver path across the fields below. The trees stand like silent guardians, their branches swaying gently in the night breeze. Stars begin to appear one by one, twinkling with a soft, steady light. They seem closer here, as if the train is lifting you up away from the worries of the ground and toward something more peaceful. The journey feels effortless. You are not going anywhere urgent. There is no destination you need to rush toward. The train knows where it is going. It carries you with care, moving smoothly through the night. You feel safe in this motion. It rocks you slightly, a gentle sway that encourages your eyelids to grow heavy. You might think about what lies ahead, a valley perhaps, or a quiet town nestled between hills, but you do not need to know yet. The mystery is part of the comfort. It allows you to let go of expectations. You simply allow the journey to happen. You allow yourself to be carried. The rhythm of the train seems to match your heartbeat. Slow, steady, calm, your shoulders drop, your jaw unclenches, your hands rest loosely in your lap. The warmth of the carriage wraps around you like a blanket. Outside, the darkness deepens, but inside there is only light and warmth and the gentle hum of travel. You feel yourself drifting further from the day. The boundaries between what is real and what is imagined begin to soften. The window frame seems to dissolve into mist. The seats blend into the landscape. You are moving through a world that feels familiar, though you have never been here before. It is a place of rest, a place where time moves differently. Here there is no hurry. There is only this moment, this gentle vibration, this quiet darkness. You let your eyes close for a moment, just for a moment, and when you open them again, the scenery has changed. The trees are taller now. Their leaves shimmer with moonlight. The track curves gently to the left, leading you deeper into the night. Feel a sense of anticipation, not excitement, but a quiet hope that something beautiful is waiting just ahead. The train continues its smooth journey. It does not stop, it does not rush, it simply moves forward, carrying you closer to the valley. The air grows cooler, but it feels fresh and clean. You breathe it in, feeling your lungs expand fully. You feel supported, you feel held, you are on your way, and that is enough. With every gentle breath, you feel the weight of the day lifting further away. It is as if the air inside this carriage has been filtered through soft clouds, carrying nothing but calm and quiet comfort. You inhale slowly, drawing in a sense of peace that settles deep within your chest. And then you exhale, releasing any tension that might have lingered in your shoulders or your hands. The rhythm is steady, unhurried, and completely yours to follow if you wish, or simply to rest beside like a distant melody. Notice how your body grows heavier against the supportive cushion beneath you. There is no need to hold yourself up, no need to stay alert for what comes next. The plush velvet of the seat holds you with a gentle firmness, cradling your back and sides in a way that says you are safe, you are held, and you can let go. Your legs rest easily, heavy and relaxed, while your arms lie open and still at your sides. The warmth of the carriage wraps around you like a soft blanket, keeping out the cool night air that brushes against the window panes. As the train continues its smooth glide over the tracks, you feel a subtle vibration traveling through the floor and up into the seat, humming quietly beneath you. It is a reassuring sound, steady and constant, reminding you that you are being carried forward by something reliable and strong. You do not need to steer, you do not need to navigate. The train knows the way, and it will take its time getting there. Your eyes remain closed, or perhaps they're just softly focused on the darkness behind your lids. In this space, you can see shapes if you want to, swirling colors of deep blue and soft silver that dance slowly in the quiet. These images are not demanding attention. They are simply part of the atmosphere, like shadows moving gently across a moonlit wall. You might notice a feeling of lightness in your head, as if the thoughts that once crowded your mind have drifted out the window, leaving behind a spacious, clear calm. The scenery outside has changed again. Where there were once tall buildings and bright streetlights, there are now open fields bathed in the pale glow of the moon. The train moves through landscapes that feel ancient and untouched, rolling past silhouettes of trees that stand like quiet sentinels along the tracks. Occasionally, you catch a glimpse of a distant lake, its surface perfectly still, reflecting the stars above. It is a world that does not rush, a world where time stretches out long and soft. You feel a sense of belonging here in this moving sanctuary. The carriage feels like a home that travels with you, carrying your worries along with it and leaving them behind at each station of the night. There is no pressure to do anything, no list to check off, no email to answer. The only task is to rest, to breathe, and to let the journey unfold. The darkness outside is not empty or scary. It is rich and full of potential, holding secrets that will reveal themselves in their own good time. As you drift deeper into this state, the sounds of the train become softer, blending with the rustle of leaves and the whisper of the wind. You are sinking further into comfort, each breath making you feel more connected to the earth below and the sky above. The journey is long, but it feels short in this peaceful haze. You are on your way to somewhere beautiful, somewhere that waits for you with open arms and warm lights, and until you arrive there is only this moment, this breath, this gentle weight of relaxation spreading through every part of you. The rhythm of the train settles deeper into your bones, a steady, lulling pulse that matches the quiet beat of your own heart. It is a gentle cadence, neither fast nor slow, but perfectly balanced, carrying you forward with an effortless grace. You feel the plush velvet beneath you holding you in its soft embrace, a supportive weight that makes it easy to let go of any remaining tension in your shoulders and back. The vibration hums low and constant, a soothing reminder that you are being carried safely through the night without having to steer yourself. Around you, the cabin is dim and warm, wrapped in shadows that feel like a cozy blanket. And there, on the small table beside your seat, the window light glows with a steady, golden warmth. It is a comforting anchor in the quiet darkness, a soft beacon that draws your attention and holds it gently. You might look at it, or perhaps you might let your gaze soften and drift away, but the light remains present and reliable whether you notice it or not. It casts a faint glow on the curves of the wooden table, highlighting the smooth grain of the wood and reflecting softly off the glass of the window pane. Outside, the world moves by in a blur of dark shapes and distant lights. The trees are mere silhouettes against the night sky, their branches reaching up like quiet fingers. Sometimes you catch a glimpse of a field silvered by moonlight, or perhaps a distant hill rolling gently into the horizon. But mostly it is the sense of motion that matters, the feeling of traveling through a landscape that is vast and peaceful. The train knows where it is going, and so do you, even if you do not know exactly what lies ahead. There is no rush, no need to hurry or check the time. The journey itself is the destination, a slow drift into the heart of the valley. You feel a deep sense of security here, wrapped in the warmth of the carriage and the steady rhythm of the wheels on the tracks. The air inside is still and fragrant, carrying the faint scent of old books and polished wood, a smell that feels familiar and homey. It is a place where time slows down, where the worries of the day are left behind in the distance. You can feel your breath becoming slower, deeper, sinking with the gentle sway of the train. Each inhale brings in a sense of calm, each exhale releases a little more of the day's energy. The golden light from the window seems to grow warmer, wrapping around you like a soft shawl. It is a light that does not blind or dazzle, but rather soothes and comforts. It invites you to rest your eyes, to close them if you wish, or simply to let them linger on the gentle glow. Either way, you are safe. Either way, you are held. The train continues its steady journey, carrying you deeper into the night toward a valley that promises peace and quiet. And as you drift along with it, you feel a growing sense of anticipation, not for anything dramatic or exciting, but for the simple pleasure of arriving at a place where you can finally rest. As the train continues its gentle glide, you turn your gaze toward the window, where the night outside begins to reveal itself in soft, luminous strokes. The glass is cool against your fingertips, a small, quiet contrast to the warmth of the velvet seat and the golden glow on the table beside you. Outside, the world has slowed to a dreamlike pace, turning the passing landscape into a slow-moving painting that unfolds before your eyes without effort or urgency. Moonlit fields stretch out in wide, undulating sheets of silver and indigo, rolling softly beneath the vast canopy of stars. The grass here seems to breathe, rising and falling in time with the distant rhythm of the earth itself. Patches of wildflowers catch the moonlight, their petals holding tiny cups of starlight that shimmer faintly as the train drifts past. There is no wind to disturb them, only the steady hum of the wheels beneath you, a lullaby woven into the fabric of the night. A silver river winds its way through the fields, curving lazily like a ribbon laid gently across a sleeping giant's chest. The water is still and mirror-perfect, reflecting the starry sky above with such clarity that it seems as though the heavens have doubled their presence here. You watch as constellations drift across the surface, their light bending slightly in the ripples created by your passage. It is as if the river is carrying the stars along with you, guiding them towards some far-off peaceful destination. The reflection creates a sense of infinite space, blurring the line between sky and earth, above and below. For a moment you feel suspended in this dual world, cradled between the ground and the cosmos. The boundary between the interior of the train and the exterior world becomes porous, allowing the quiet magic of the night to seep in through the glass. You are not separate from this beauty, you are part of its flow, moving with it at a speed that allows every detail to be absorbed, yet none to demand your attention. Further along, the river widens into a tranquil lake, its surface undisturbed except for the occasional glimmer of a drifting leaf or a subtle shimmer of moonlight. The trees lining the shore stand tall and silent, their branches reaching out like arms welcoming you home. Their leaves rustle softly in the faint breeze, a sound so quiet it feels more like a thought than a noise. Each tree is a sentinel of peace, watching over the water with a patient, ancient grace. You notice how the light from your cabin spills onto the window sill, creating a small pool of warmth that contrasts with the cool blues and silvers outside. It is a reminder of your own presence, your own comfort, even as you wander through this vast, dreamlike expanse. The train does not rush, it knows that time is a flexible thing here, stretching and contracting to fit the needs of your rest. As you watch the silver river bend around a gentle hill, you feel a deep sense of belonging to this landscape. It is a place where nothing is forced, where everything exists simply because it is beautiful to be there. The stars above twinkle with a steady, reassuring light, as if they are winking at you, sharing a secret joke about the peace of the night. The journey continues smoothly, carrying you deeper into this valley of dreams. The fields soften further, blending into misty borders that glow faintly in the moonlight. You feel yourself drifting along with the train, letting go of any need to know exactly where you are going, trusting that the path is long and comfortable, leading only toward rest. The silver river flows on, steady and calm, mirroring the quiet rhythm of your own heart as it settles into a peaceful, unhurried pace. The velvet seat cradles you as the train glides forward, carrying you deeper into the night. Outside the cool glass window, the world is painted in shades of silver and shadow. You watch as distant villages appear like scattered jewels on the dark landscape. Their lights twinkle softly, warm and steady against the vastness of the sky above. These are places where people sleep, tucked away in quiet rooms, their dreams rising gently like mist from the rooftops. The train moves past them without haste, respecting the stillness of each sleeping home. Beyond the villages, ancient forests begin to line the tracks. Their branches reach up toward the stars, creating a canopy that seems to touch the heavens. The trees stand tall and silent, their trunks thick with history. You can imagine the scent of pine and damp earth drifting through the open air, though you're safely wrapped in warmth. Leaves rustle softly in the evening breeze, a whispering chorus that accompanies the steady rhythm of the wheels. This is a place of deep rest, where time moves differently, slower and more deliberately. The hills rise gently around the valley, rolling waves of shadow that soften the edges of the night. They are not imposing or steep, but welcoming slopes that guide your eye toward the horizon. Moonlight pools in the hollows between them, creating small lakes of light that shimmer with stillness. The train navigates these curves with ease, turning slowly as if it knows every bend by heart. There is no rush to reach any destination. The journey itself is the destination, a peaceful passage through a world that is awake but dreaming. You feel a sense of belonging here, as if you have always known this landscape. Stars above seem closer now, brighter and clearer against the darkness. They twinkle like distant lanterns, guiding your way through the valley of dreams. The cool glass of the window reflects the interior light, creating a double image where the inside meets the outside. For a moment, you are both here in the cabin and out there in the stars, suspended between two worlds that are not so different after all. Both are quiet, both are safe. The rhythm of the train continues to soothe your body, syncing with your breath. In and out, slow and steady. The soft hum of the engine becomes a lullaby, wrapping around you like a warm blanket. You might close your eyes now or keep them open to watch the scenery pass by. Either way, you are carried forward by the gentle momentum of the train. There is nothing to do but receive the experience. Let the images flow through your mind like clouds across the moon. Let the sounds fade into a distant melody. As the train continues its journey, the landscape begins to change slightly. The forests give way to open meadows where wildflowers bloom in the moonlight. Their petals are pale and delicate, glowing faintly in the starlight. Butterflies drift lazily above them, their wings catching the light like tiny pieces of glass. The air is sweet with fragrance, a gentle reminder of the beauty that surrounds you. You feel lighter now, as if some weight has been lifted from your shoulders. The night holds you gently, supporting you in its embrace. The train moves on, leaving the meadows behind and approaching a gentle curve in the tracks. Ahead you can see a faint glow, perhaps the light of another village or a small town nestled in the hills. It beckons you forward, not with urgency, but with an invitation to rest. You know that when you arrive, there will be comfort waiting for you, a soft bed, quiet rooms, and the promise of another peaceful night. But for now, you are content to drift on this train, moving through the valley of dreams with your eyes half closed and your heart at peace. The stars watch over you, silent guardians of this tranquil journey. The rhythm of the wheels deepens, settling into a low, soothing hum that seems to vibrate gently through the floorboards and up into your bones. It is a steady pulse, consistent and reliable like the quiet heartbeat of the earth itself. With every rotation, the train carries you further away from the waking world, drawing you deeper into the velvet embrace of the night. The air inside the cabin grows cooler, carrying a freshness that feels clean and clear against your skin. It is not a cold chill, but a refreshing coolness that helps to loosen any remaining tension in your muscles, inviting you to sink even deeper into the soft seat beneath you. Outside the window, the world grows quieter. The distant sounds of the villages fade into memory, replaced by the whisper of wind through tall grass and the faint rustle of leaves in the ancient forests. You feel as though you are traveling through a dream within a dream, where everything is slightly softened at the edges and colored in shades of silver and indigo. The stars above seem brighter now, watching over you with a gentle, silent care. They twinkle like distant lanterns, guiding your way through the vast, open sky. Your breathing slows to match the steady cadence of the train. Inhale and the cool air fills your lungs. Exhale and you release the last remnants of the day's activity into the night. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing else you need to do. The journey itself is the destination, and you are perfectly safe within this moving sanctuary. The boundaries between yourself and the world around you begin to blur, as if you're becoming part of the landscape, drifting along with the current of the night. The scenery outside shifts subtly, revealing moonlit meadows that stretch out like fields of soft, glowing silver. Delicate wildflowers dot the grass, their petals catching the moonlight and scattering it in tiny sparks of brilliance. They sway gently in the breeze, moving in a slow, rhythmic dance that mirrors the swaying of the train. You can almost smell their sweet, faint fragrance, a scent that is both familiar and mysterious, like a memory from childhood or a promise of something beautiful yet to come. As you watch the meadows pass by, your thoughts become lighter, less defined. They drift away like clouds on a calm evening sky, leaving behind a sense of spaciousness and peace. You feel a profound lightness in your chest, as if gravity has softened its hold on you. This weightlessness allows you to float, suspended between the warmth of the cabin and the cool beauty of the night. It is a comfortable state, one that invites you to let go completely and trust the journey to carry you wherever it needs to go. The hum of the wheels continues, a constant companion in this quiet passage. It wraps around you like a blanket, holding you in its gentle embrace. You feel held, supported, and deeply at rest. The train moves forward with a graceful ease, gliding over the tracks without a single jolt or interruption. Time seems to stand still, or perhaps it moves so slowly that it is almost imperceptible. There is no rush, no urgency, only the present moment and the soothing rhythm of the night. You close your eyes for a moment, listening to the sound of the train and feeling the cool air on your face. When you open them again, the landscape has changed slightly, revealing a path that winds through a grove of ancient trees. Their branches reach out overhead, forming a canopy that filters the starlight into dappled patterns on the ground below. The path looks inviting, leading deeper into the heart of the valley, where the dreams are said to rise like mist from sleeping rooftops. You feel a quiet curiosity, not for what lies ahead, but for the simple pleasure of moving forward, of being part of this serene and magical world. The train continues its journey, carrying you closer to the source of the night's magic, while your heart remains at peace in this tranquil passage. The world outside your window begins to soften, losing its sharp edges as if viewed through a veil of warm mist. The distinct lines of trees and hills melt together into broad strokes of color. Indigo deepens into rich navy, while patches of moonlit meadow glow with a gentle, buttery gold. These hues do not clash but blend seamlessly, creating a canvas that feels both vast and intimate. You are no longer observing the landscape so much as drifting within it, your boundaries dissolving into the cool night air that brushes against the glass. The train continues its steady, rhythmic journey, a lullaby of metal on metal that vibrates gently through the seat beneath you. It is a comforting pulse, steady and reliable like the beating of a large, calm heart. With each vibration, your muscles loosen a little more. The tension in your shoulders, which you may not have even noticed, slides away like water off a leaf. Your arms rest lightly on your lap, heavy and relaxed, your hands open and unclenched. Even your fingers feel spacious, as if there is room between them for silence to settle. Outside, the blur of blue and gold intensifies. The stars above seem closer now, twinkling with a soft, inviting light. They do not dazzle but whisper, casting silver beams that dance across the passing fields. The forests are no longer dark shadows but silhouettes of deep velvet, their branches swaying slowly in time with the train's motion. There is a sense of vastness here, yet it is not empty. It is full of quiet presence, of ancient trees that have stood watch for centuries, witnessing countless journeys like this one. They offer you their stillness, their enduring peace. You feel held by the carriage around you, supported by the cushion beneath you, and cradled by the gentle sway of the train. There's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to do. The day's concerns have been left far behind, stored safely in the compartments below. Here in this moving sanctuary, time has lost its urgency. Minutes stretch into moments, and moments blend into an eternal now. You are simply here, breathing, listening, and feeling the deep, restful rhythm of the journey. The colors outside shift subtly, golds turning to softer ambers, blues fading into twilight purples. The light becomes dimmer, warmer, more enveloping. It wraps around you like a heavy blanket, heavy enough to feel safe, soft enough to feel comfortable. Your eyelids grow heavier, following the lead of your thoughts, which drift slower and slower. They float by like clouds on a calm sky, passing without demand, without expectation. You do not need to chase them or hold onto them. You simply let them be. A sense of profound safety settles over you, deep in your bones. It is the safety of being on a path that knows where it is going, even if you are not looking. The destination feels close, not in distance but in feeling. It is a place of rest, of quiet beauty, where the air is sweet and the light is kind. You can almost smell it, a faint hint of pine and wildflowers carried on the breeze that seeps through the slightly open vent above. It fills your lungs with cool, clean air, soothing your throat and calming your mind. The train hums on, a steady companion in the night. The rhythm is hypnotic, drawing you deeper into relaxation. Your breathing matches its pace, slow and easy. In-out, a gentle cycle of release and renewal. You feel lighter with each exhale, as if gravity is holding you less tightly, allowing you to float in this comfortable space between waking and dreaming. The world outside continues its silent dance, painting the night with hues of peace and tranquility. You are moving toward it, drawn by its quiet allure, ready to let go of any remaining awareness and drift into the soft, blue-gold embrace of the valley ahead. The rhythm of the wheels begins to change, slowing from a steady hum to a gentle, rolling sway. The tracks beneath you grow quieter, sinking into soft earth rather than clacking against metal rails. You feel the train ease forward, moving with the grace of a leaf falling through still air. The windows no longer show passing forests or distant hills. Instead, they frame a landscape that feels both familiar and newly discovered, bathed in a light that has no source yet illuminates everything with warmth. The train glides into a wide, open meadow. The grass here is deep and lush, glowing with a faint, golden luminescence that rises from the roots themselves. It is not bright like midday sun, but soft like moonlight held in a cupped hand. The air is sweet, carrying the scent of wildflowers and damp soil, a fragrance that invites your lungs to expand fully and release any remaining tension. You can feel the train coming to a stop, but there is no jolt, only a gentle settling, as if the vehicle itself is resting its bones for the night. Outside, the boundary between waking and sleeping dissolves. The edges of the meadow blur into a warm, endless silence. It is a silence that does not feel empty, but full, like a room filled with peace. The stars above are close enough to touch, hanging low in a sky of deep velvet blue. They do not twinkle with urgency, they simply exist, steady and comforting, watching over the meadow with quiet benevolence. You notice that the interior of the train has grown quieter too. The hum of the engine fades into a distant memory, replaced by the soft rustle of grass and the gentle breath of the night. The seats around you seem to soften further, cradling your body in deep comfort. Your eyelids feel heavy, not with fatigue, but with a pleasant heaviness, like the weight of a warm blanket pulled up to your chin. There is no need to look at anything specific. The light inside the carriage matches the light outside, blending seamlessly until you cannot tell where the train ends and the meadow begins. A sense of belonging washes over you. You are exactly where you are meant to be. There are no clocks ticking on the walls, no schedules to keep, no destinations to reach other than this moment of rest. The journey has brought you here not to arrive, but to simply be. The train is a sanctuary suspended in time, a safe harbor in a sea of dreams. As you sit there or perhaps lie back, the world outside becomes even softer. The golden glow of the meadow expands, filling your vision with a warm, amber haze. It is a color that feels like kindness, like a hug from someone who knows you well. You can feel your shoulders dropping, your hands uncurling, your jaw relaxing. Every muscle in your body knows how to let go. The silence around you deepens, wrapping around you like a cocoon. It is a protective silence, one that shields you from the noise of the day and the worries of tomorrow. In this quiet space, your thoughts slow down, becoming as gentle as drifting clouds. They do not demand your attention. They simply float by, visible for a moment before fading into the soft light. There is a feeling of safety that comes from knowing that everything important can wait until morning. The train is parked, the lights are dimmed, and the meadow holds you in its embrace. You are supported by the earth beneath, warmed by the light above, and comforted by the stillness within. This is the Valley of Dreams, a place where time does not rush and rest is the only purpose. You drift deeper into this peace, carried by the gentle quiet, ready to sleep.